Hello students, welcome back to the new module of our chapter called Magnetism. In this particular module, we'll be focusing on MCQs which are based on diamagnetism, paramagnetism and ferromagnetism, right? Now students, we have already learned these concepts in the previous module. So let us start with our module with the first MCQ which says susceptibility of, and the options are option A, a diamagnetic substance has small positive value. Option B says a ferromagnetic substance has a large negative value. Option C says a paramagnetic substance has small negative value. And the last option, that is option D, is a paramagnetic substance has small positive value. Now student, this particular MCQ is based on the concept of the susceptibility of a diamagnetic material, ferromagnetic material and paramagnetic material. Now students, we already know that the susceptibility of a diamagnetic substance has negative and a very small value. But our option A says a diamagnetic substance has a small positive value, which is incorrect. So I can say option A is incorrect in this particular case. At the same time, we also know about the susceptibility of a ferromagnetic substance, right? What is it? The susceptibility of a ferromagnetic substance has large but positive value. So as you can see, option B, it says a ferromagnetic substance has a large negative value, which is incorrect in this particular case. At the same time, we also know about the susceptibility of a paramagnetic substance, right? What is it? The susceptibility of a paramagnetic substance has small but positive values. See option C, again it says a paramagnetic substance has a small negative value, which is incorrect in this particular case. So the only option which is left is a paramagnetic substance has a small positive value. That is a correct answer for this particular question, right? Now let's move further. Let us start with the second MCQ of this particular module. And it says, if a rod of diamagnetic substance is freely suspended in uniform magnetic field, then it will set itself with its length. Option A, parallel to the field. Option B, perpendicular to the field. Option C, inclined at 30 degree to the magnetic field. And last option is inclined at 45 degree to the magnetic field, right? Now students, we have already learned this particular property of a diamagnetic substance, right? What is the property? Whenever a rod of diamagnetic substance is freely suspended in uniform magnetic field, then it will always align. In which direction? It will always align in a direction perpendicular to the field. But why it will happen? Because whenever a diamagnetic substance is placed in external magnetic field, it tries to move away from the field. And why it tries to move away from the field? Because it gains a net magnetic moment in the opposite direction of field. And because of this particular reason, it will always align itself with its length perpendicular to the field. So in this case, option B is the correct answer, right? Now let us start with the third MCQ of this particular module. And it says the relative permeability of material is 0.9990 and the material must be option A, diamagnetic, option B, paramagnetic, option C, ferromagnetic, and last option is conductor. Now students, you need to know about the relative permeability of different materials for this particular question. So you need to know relative permeability of diamagnetic material, paramagnetic material. At the same time, you should also know the relative permeability of a ferromagnetic material. Now student, we know relation between relative permeability and magnetic susceptibility, right? Susceptibility for a diamagnetic substance is always small and negative. And we know relation between relative permeability and magnetic susceptibility. What is the relation? Relation is relative permeability is equal to Xm plus 1. And we know value of Xm. Xm is small and negative. So I can say Xm is negative. Now see this particular equation. Now Xm is negative. So negative plus 1 will always be less than 1. That's why I can say the relative permeability mu r in this particular case will be less than 1, right? And for which material it is? It is for diamagnetic material. So if relative permeability of material is 0.9990, then the material must be diamagnetic, right? So option A is the correct answer in this particular case. right? So students, in this particular module, we have focused on the MCQs which were based on diamagnetism, paramagnetism and ferromagnetism. In the forthcoming module, we'll be learning several interesting MCQs on the similar concept. Till then, keep learning.